Greetings, friends. What a wonderful time it is to come to you. I am Archangel Gabriel. And for us, it's always a divine feast when we can come through, which is, with this channel, hardly ever anymore. Do you remember in the past when we as archangels always talked? Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Haniel, and Archangel Gabriel, the four great archangels. And some are saying, where have you gone? Well, we're here, but the great teachers desire to teach you greater. So, in this particular slot, which is often joked about in spirit, it is more difficult to come through. I bring along my great scroll, and on my scroll I write many things, and I am the angel of the great messengers, and I speak always for the great divine who loves you so very, very much, and I always also speak for the great divine archangelic realms. And the archangels, they always send love to the people. And they always say, we celebrate our love with the people. And when the people open their hearts to the light, we can celebrate our love greater with the people. And isn't that a great thing to understand, that archangels want to help people more? In archangels, we serve mankind. We help you to greater healing spaces. And when people awaken, it's a team effort. We come to you, your spirit guides come to you, and Pleiadians also come to you to shine a higher path in front of you, to awaken you to your higher guidance. And it is a very good time because we are becoming very, very busy. Many people ask archangels, please do more for our plane. You see our plane over here? This country over here has many problems, and that country over there has many problems, and then these people over here are suffering greatly. Why aren't you doing anything for us archangels? We say to you, as archangels, we are friends. We comfort each one who suffers. We come to you and guide you. When there is suffering, we hear your prayers, and we are open to your prayers, and we go to the ones who are in suffering. And when these ones pass, we catch them, and we make certain that they come to healing spaces of great light. And so we always look after all those who are here asking for higher guidance from the archangelic realms. It is also another time, however, though, to guide many people to their freedom and to their greatness. And tonight, Sovereign Lord Emmanuel the Great, in all his divine glory, came through with a magnificent teaching to bring you closer to Spirit. And then Cryon came through with a magnificent teaching of how there is a healing system in place for people. And so I shall also speak about this very briefly, because it is the time to bring the spiritual nation to freedom. How do you bring a spiritual nation to freedom? How do you bring more light to the hearts of the people who are spiritual and who desire more light? Well, this is why we come through channels, to help you understand higher direction and higher ways. If it wasn't for channels, how would people hear? How would you identify? And all news, all through the ages, have always come through channels, always guiding the people. Even in the days of Moses, when he was told, go and free the spiritual nation. Go and free the people. It was the people that needed to listen, to follow Moses into the desert. And for them, it was great, because they had just seen terrible things taking place. Somehow, when people see terrible things taking place, they shift in their minds and their hearts. They say, it is time for change. I must listen. You also do this. Especially when difficult times come, you begin to look at the heavens and open your hearts and say, it is time for change. Teach me up higher. Similar to the times of Egypt. But when the people went into the desert, they forgot about all the times they had in ancient Egypt. And they went to Moses. Moses, why did you bring us into the desert? Look at all the food that we had in ancient Egypt. We had great wine, we had great food, we had the best of everything. And here you brought us into nothing. Suddenly they had forgotten about all their times of hardness and all their appreciation of being taken out into the desert. So as you can see, people are very quick at forgetting. We ask you as spiritual people to appreciate the divine direction every day. To always say thank you to the great divine realms for deeper guidance. Thank you for steering us into the greater direction. And never forget why we guide you to the greater direction. Why are we guiding you into the greater times? Because it is the great time to bring the people free, to set the spiritual nation free, to bring you to the land of milk and honey, where everything flows and everything grows. We ask you to become more of gratitude, more of opening, more of desiring these higher times to come. And when you see the world not working, never mourn it. Never mourn the economy. Be grateful the changes are happening, because you are leaving the land of the so-called Egypt. You are now being guided to greater times. And so at times it may seem a little rough. And the more you open yourself to Spirit, the more we can guide you to keep you safe, to keep you strong within your foundation. Never mourn the people who suffer, but instead say, let the archangels take care of them. Let them open the hearts of the people who are suffering. For look, we are being guided to freedom. We are being guided into times of greatness. We are being guided to the land where the milk and honey flows every day. And when you keep your eyes set on the prize, then it's easier for you to go through these times. Forgive all the people who hurt others. Step out of the pain more. and then we can heal you greater as archangels. Ask us to be more in your life. Ask us to guard your home. When you travel, ask us to guard your cars, to guard your planes, to guard everything you have, and say, thank you, archangelic realms. You are guiding us into the greater spaces, into the land of freedom, where the milk and honey flows every day. For that is what the people looked forward to. But their moaning and groaning stopped them from going into the great land. We ask you to keep pushing forward, to spread the great news that the times of ushering a whole spiritual nation into freedom is here. We are taking you out of the land of bondage, and we are taking you to the land of freedom where you can step into your greater abundance. So this is what I have written on my scroll at this time, is to help you to understand the times you are living in, to let go of your world society spiritually, to draw closer to the people who are part of the spiritual nation, encourage each other to stand strong, let go of what was, bring in what is coming, and learn to stand in your strength together. What a beautiful evening this was. What a beautiful messages and healings you have received. We encourage you to keep coming and to keep healing. We encourage you to keep flowing in the greatness and in the light. Greetings, I am Archangel Gabriel.